Once your invasion is repaired, do naval invasion support in the channel and invade through the south. With 1 or 2 full armies in the north and the south, you should be able to finish off the UK. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to win World War II as Germany. First, take the Rhineland focus. Then, select your whole army and split it up into 24 divisions and 6 divisions. Now, select some good generals and give your army a field marshal. Then, set up a front line against Poland, as that will be the first nation you'll be fighting in 1939. Now, put 10 factories on guns and 5 on everything else, with max stockyards on all ships. Also, don't forget to trade to get rid of resource shortages. Then, build civilian factories in high infrastructure states until around mid-1938. For your research, put 1 slot on research speed, 2 on industry, and 1 on infantry equipment. Now you want to deploy 90 cavalry divisions over time as soon as you can. Deploy these divisions in 1 group of 18 and 3 groups of 24 divisions to make each of these into their own armies. I'd also recommend putting your air force in Berlin so it's easy to access. Now you can start the game, but make sure to deploy your cavalry as soon as possible. For your next few focuses, take 4-year plan, autarky, the 2 far right focuses of the autarky branch, then finally take the extra research slot. Once the Spanish Civil War starts, send as many volunteers in a separate army as you can and make sure they're mainly light tanks. After your volunteers arrive in Spain, try to use them to grind army experience. For even more army experience, hire the army drill expert, the infantry expert, and I'd recommend moving up to extensive conscription. Around October 1936, you should put a research slot on improving your medium tanks. I would also recommend hiring Goebbels so that you're able to take war economy very early. Now start researching the medium tank chassis. Use the extra research slot you get to get even more tank upgrades. Then you should be able to do Anschluss as your next focus. Next, take Army Innovations. You should also move up to war economy as soon as possible. Then hire the Air Reformer for more experience. Don't forget to give your generals more traits once you get the command power to do so. Take treaty with the USSR next. You should also hire the medium tank designer. Around this time, you should research heavy MGs for your airplanes. Next, take Army Innovations 2. Then hire the light aircraft designer. Now, take Reassert Eastern Claims and start trying to crush Republican Spain. You should also start changing your cavalry armies to 18 infantry divisions, 3 motorized, and 3 light tank divisions for each army. Now you should get the improved medium tank chassis. After you take Memel, demand Sudetenland. Then, after you defeat the Republicans, make sure to add your volunteers back into their original army. Assign all of your divisions to the Polish border. Once you get 200 political power, you should hire Erwin Rommel. Once you take the Sudetenland, take First Vienna Award and Fate of Czechoslovakia next. Now start building military factories instead of civilian factories. Make sure to move up to the highest motorization priority for your army. After you research heavy MGs, research engine 3s. Now put one research slot on artillery. Then put some extra factories on your light tanks, trucks, fighters, and close air support. Also, make sure to put one army on the Maginot Line. Then fully annex Czechoslovakia. Now you should make an effort to get both Hungary and Romania into the Axis with both of their aligned focuses. Now it's time to put some extra factories on guns. Then, around this time, you should start researching the anti-tank cannons. Start building destroyers and subs. Once you finish the improved medium tank chassis, start researching the improved small airframe. Hire the Army regrouping expert. Then put some more factories on fighters. At the beginning of 1939, shift-click the exercise button on your entire army. Make sure to put a lot of factories on these medium tanks. Now take the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact next. Now get Romania into the Axis as soon as you can. Then integrate the war economies to get both Hungary and Romania as puppets. Then hire the Blitzkrieg theorist. By now you should have some extra planes, so I'd recommend deploying them around Poland. Then put these planes on air superiority and close air support over western Poland. Now you should train 12 of these medium tank divisions. They should be ready by the time you fight the Soviets. Now it's time to take Danzig or war. I would then recommend hiring the Prince of Terror. Then take around the Maginot next. Also, once you finish researching the improved small airframe, make these 2 airplane templates I'm about to show. Now it's finally time to go to war with Poland. Now you should be able to blitz through Poland with a simple offensive. Once Poland has capitulated, around the Maginot should be finished, so start taking Operation Weserübung. Put your army on the Dutch border, then move your air force to the Benelux with air superiority and close air support. Also, keep putting extra factories onto your planes even though you don't have the rubber right now. Give the Soviets eastern Poland. You should also combine your fleet in a Western German port. Once your army is in position, declare war on the Netherlands and make sure they capitulate. After the Dutch capitulate, set up a front line against Belgium. Once your army is in position, declare war on Belgium and blitz through both Belgium and France. I also decided to take Luxembourg for better borders. Focuses don't matter much now, but I decided to go through the naval effort focuses and go down the Yugoslavia annexation path. After you finish off France, clean up the encircled Allied divisions before setting up the Sea Lion operation. Now set up a naval invasion from northern Germany to invade Newcastle and the two provinces next to it, like this. Once your naval invasion finishes preparation, select your entire navy and set it to naval invasion support in the required seas. Now activate your invasion. Send one division to take provinces near Newcastle and use the other two in each pocket to help take the port. Once you take Newcastle, move the whole invading army in as a single front line alongside a second army, with both having an offensive in Britain. However, do be aware that the British might naval invade you back. If your front line begins to stall like mine did, start a naval invasion in the south around Dover the same way you invaded Newcastle. Once your invasion is repaired, do naval invasion support in the channel and invade through the south. With one or two full armies in the north and the south, you should be able to finish off the UK. In the peace deal, I'd recommend taking provinces outside of areas Japan would attack to avoid war with them. Also, make sure to full annex Canada. Other than that, you can do what you want. Now put your full army on a front line against the eastern US and start justifying a war goal. Also, don't forget to get rubber again if needed. An army might glitch out and not go to the US, so if this happens, delete and redraw the US front line. Now move your Air Force over to Canada and start building up some airports there. Then order your Air Force to do air superiority and close air support over New England. Once your war goal finishes, declare war on the US and call your allies in so they'll somewhat defend Western Canada. Now you can have the attack order activated and wait until the US capitulates. However, you should make sure that your Air Force supports each attack in each air zone. In the peace deal, you can take everything if Japan has already declared war for the Philippines. Also, you might have to fight off a major power like France that didn't die in the first war. I don't know why this happens, but it just seems like the new peace deals are a little broken. After the war, put your army on the Soviet border. You will use your medium tank divisions to encircle them and defeat them that way. Then move your Air Force over to Poland and have them give air support to Eastern Poland, Belarus, Ukraine, and the Baltics. Build up airports in the area so they have enough capacity to hold all of your Air Force. Deploy more planes to better cover the front lines. Now take Anti-Comintern Pact and war with the USSR if you haven't already. Assign the medium tanks into one army because you will be micromanaging the front line with them. Don't forget to cancel the Non-Aggression Pact with the Soviet Union. Now declare war and do an offensive. Once the offensive begins to slow down, stop the offensive and use your tanks to encircle the Soviet divisions until you can push again. There will now be a time lapse because your war will likely play out differently than mine, so it would be pretty hard to give the specifics of this war. While this time lapse goes, I'd like to say thanks for over 800 subscribers, and I also hope this video helped you understand how to play Germany in Hearts of Iron 4.
Even though it's years since you left, you're right here in my heart. Dear Anna Jean, I just received the news that I'll be home for Christmas, so that we can be together. I know you don't believe me when I say, but I can hardly breathe the air without you. Winter came spring, all the birdies started to sing the song about the love of my